Hey there, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of A Slice of Sports. We're old pros at this.
How about that?
Yeah, boom, we got these shows firing right out. We got some guests, though, this week. Last week was just you and I rambling on about each other and what we do, but we're going to start it off big.
Reach for the stars in episode 2.
Yeah, we got a couple big-time stars here. You want to introduce our
go ahead.
guest?
Go ahead.
All right, well, listen, we've been watching him fly through the air, dunk, hit mid-range, work on his game, go from a young freshman to one of the top recruits in the country, committed to Arkansas to play basketball. Abdou Toure is here with his head coach, Jason Shea from Notre Dame in West Haven. Honestly, looking for a three-peat, right? In a state championships. How are we feeling about that three-peat thing potentially this year?
Feeling good. Feeling really good about the three-peat. I'm ready.
Jason, you feel so like this is you're number 1 in the state. You're doing things again. Your only losses this year are out of state. You feeling like you got another good shot at making it 3 in a row?
I'm a coach, so I never feel good. I feel paranoid and anxious, and
miserable all the time, right?
Yeah, you want to make sure that the guys are centered on getting better, and that we know it's hard to win a state championship. We won 2, but neither one of those were easy, and was fractions of a second away from not winning them, the first one. So it takes a lot, and I'm not going to take it for granted. That's for sure.
Abdou, I love your confidence. Why are you so confident? I mean, you get a lot of the attention, but boy, you've got a team behind you because you don't have to score every night. You don't have to drop 30. You're able to distribute, and your teammates are able to put the ball in the basket as well.
Honestly, I'm so confident just because my team. My team is so good. We got so many players. Like everybody asks how we got so many players. I really don't know. Like everybody's just good. Everybody just steps up to the occasion and does what they have to do.
And
so that's why I'm so confident.
And in the last 3 games, let's just read the scores of the last 3 games. I'm going to get to this here. 115-48, 105-27, 101-46, and you haven't played in the last 3 games. Against Brantford on, I believe it was a Wednesday night, the 21st. Abdou got hurt in the game. We have video of that. We were there that night. There's Abdou taking on the Horn. The gym was packed. I had parents coming up to me. We've been waiting all year for this game. We want to watch Abdou, and it was a full house. And then first couple minutes of the game, you drive into lane, Abdou. What goes through your mind when you see that?
Oh, it's just tough. I know a lot of people come to games to watch me play, so I hate when I'm not playing, and then kids come up to me and ask me why I'm not playing. Like, I'm trying to see you. So it's tough, but they're gonna see me eventually.
Yeah, a little contusion to your left quad.
Like
Tell us how you're feeling right now.
It's like a bone bruise. It hurts a little bit. I'll be back soon, maybe a week or so.
Jason, how hard is it for you to navigate that when you're dealing with one of your top players having an injury?
I mean, my priority is that he's getting better and that he's 100% when he comes back. We do have other guys who could step into roles, and in some ways there's a positive in every negative, and we're building depth while he's out. Where other guys are gaining confidence.
And Ty just had his career high.
Yeah, we had Tyrell off the bench, came in, had 20 points last night. So, now when we get to the tournament, foul trouble happens sometimes, even with your best players, and knowing that the other guys have done it before, that builds a lot of confidence come tournament time. So I don't want him to be out another second. I like watching him play too.
Yeah.
But it does give other guys an opportunity, and so we're going to make the best of it. And I think our guys, too. We have a lot of guys, but I think our guys put a lot of work in. Yeah. I was telling the other day that, on average, I tried to figure it out, and I came around to 3,000 to 4,000 hours a year that an average ND player spends in the gym working on their game. And so when I see the guys come to the school and I see who they are when they started, most of our guys I wouldn't classify as and I wouldn't even classify Abdou when he came as being a guy that everybody knew about or anything like that. I didn't know about. I met his dad accepted students night, and he said he was coming, and I was like, great, that's nice. I coached 3 of his relatives, and but I think when they come there and they spend that time, they become – I think we do a great job of working. The guys work hard and working guys into their best version of themselves. So, yeah, very proud of that.
You said you didn't know about it. We kind of we were talking before we came on about you kind of exploded on the scene for us. I think your freshman year in the SEC game against Hill House tournament game, first interview we did with you, right?
Yeah.
How much has that fueled you year in and year out to get in the gym, to spend those 4,000 hours in the gym? And when did you know, I got something special in myself here?
I would say, coming into high school, it was kind of tough. I didn't know how it was going to be, but winning that SEC championship game, seeing what I did, and you guys interview, ever since that, I just kind of knew. Me and Coach Shea had a conversation. He hyped me up a little bit. I was like, but yeah, like I say, Coach Shea always gives me confidence. I always try to get better. That's why I'm always in the gym with my trainer, Drew. Just try to get better as much as I can every day.
Listen, I want one more year of eligibility for you because I want to be able to shoot more of your games, more of these highlights. I mean, you talked about, feeling a responsibility. Gyms are packed. You want to, give the crowd a show. They come to watch you play. Just talk about that part of it when you go into a packed gym, and what's the energy like for you? Like, where's your mind?
My mind is first trying to win the game. And then the fun part comes next. Like, I see these dunks. This is what comes next, Hyping the gym up, getting a lot of dunks, hyping my teammates up. Yeah, I love it.
You work on the dunks. This is when we came over and did a story with you. I mean, you're trying to teach me how to dunk. We lowered the hoop to 8 foot.
That's
I think.
a great move right there. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, that's what.
So modest, isn't he, Jason?
He actually is very modest. Yeah.
But that's
I
what-
wouldn't be if I could do those things.
That's what we love about your game too. It's not just dunks. You've spent so much time. Talk about it, because Coach talked about your freshman year. You weren't really good at the threes, but then all of a sudden you put a lot of time and effort and work into hitting the threes, and then every year you've kept building on your game. Just talk about all of that. How.
I'll say freshman summer going into sophomore year, I was spending a lot of time on my jump shot with Coach Shea and Coach Ansley, just really working on getting my form straight, because I used to shoot from the side like KD kind of almost. And like Coach said before, like my legs were facing towards the sideline. I don't know what I was doing. But just a lot of time in the gym, using a heavy ball, early mornings, late nights, just trying to get my gym as much rest as I can.
Coach, John and I, you have to settle something for John and I. We're trying to figure this out. We've known you a long time. We're trying to guess how many years. Don't tell us. How many years have you been the head coach at Notre Dame? John, what was your guess?
I said 15.
I said 12. I think we're in the ballpark. All right, go ahead. How many years?
This is year 13.
No,
Year 13.
I overbid, so you win.
How did you build this program? You're the athletic director. How did you build this program?
It's funny because I think there's a misconception out there that it's built just on star players, and I think it's been a progressive build. And we've been very fortunate. All of our best players have been our best leaders, and that means a lot. So it's built on a lot of failures, successes along the way. But if you go back, and Amadou Kamara and Andrew Lazar, starting point guard at Trinity, national champion, Zach Laput, Davidson, now playing professionally in Europe, Makai Connor doing really great things at Sacred Heart. Every one of these leaders / best players has passed the torch to the next guys. And I do think that the next guys have gotten progressively a little more talented.
Yeah.
There's no question, and Abdou being the pinnacle of that. But there are guys now that Abdou is working with, and our other seniors, 7 other seniors, which is crazy. And if you watch our practice, I'm coaching basketball only. I'm not coaching behavior so much anymore, right?
Nope.
Not coaching being late. The seniors do that for me. You have bad body language in a practice. These guys are the ones on the young guys, and they're learning from them. When you have that kind of culture, then it becomes a little bit easier because you're just focused on basketball 100% of the time. So it's been very a progressive kind of build. We had the 4 SEC championship losses. I was like Marv Levy in the SEC,
Yeah.
right? But, we took it as a positive. We were sending kids to college. We've also done that very well. I think better than most. We're actually trying to do the list, but the national average is 3.5%, Division I, II, or III. And our seniors are somewhere around 65, 70% of our guys are going on to play at the college level. So that's a lot of hard work, a lot of phone calls and texts, and I think that the guys know that we're working for them pretty hard. So I think that makes them want to stay too, and that's important when you want to build a program.
And Abdou, how long did it take you to kind of like just get into the culture and become one of those leaders and kind of like, keep this thing rolling along? Because I'm sure it's harder to get to that point, Jason, and then maintain it. So when did you like kind of grab the?
I've been kind of being a leader. I'll say probably like I really started becoming a leader when I started as a freshman. Then you got to take a big step, because that's like a big stepping stone to my career. Just starting as a freshman, it was big. Like, all the freshmen looked up to me. It was like, I was actually really crazy. So I'll just say, just being a leader.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. Time really does fly when you got great guests. When we come back, though, we want to talk about, where you're headed, what's next. I know state championships, on the radar, but beyond that. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with segment 2 of Slice of Sports.
After a lot of thought and prayer with my family and coaches, I am excited to announce that I will be attending University of Arkansas.
What a moment for you, Abdou. What an unbelievable moment. When you look back at that, it was first week of October. How do you feel getting that behind you now so you can concentrate on basketball? Just that moment for you. What do you recall about that whole thing?
It was a lot of emotions that day. It was crazy. Finally getting that off my shoulders, finally like telling the whole world that I'm going to Arkansas, you know. Before I committed, oh my God, I was getting that question probably every single day. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you going to UConn, Providence? You know, I had college coaches calling me and stuff like that. So it felt good to get off my shoulder and finally
How hard was the process? I mean, that's a lot for a teenager. Jason, you could comment on this as well. That's a lot for a kid to have to deal with.
It was a really hard decision. It was a really hard decision.
What were the highlights of the recruiting process? Like, what would you say jumps out that you look back at now and say, oh, that was a lot of fun, or man, I wish I didn't do that?
I would say the visits and eating, all the good food, the lobster and the steak. It was good.
Did you get some of that too, Jason?
You know, I missed out on all of that. I was invited to all of them, but
Yeah.
you know, I have a job to do, so I couldn't travel all across. But I'll be traveling to Arkansas next year, so I'm looking forward to that.
We went to
But
Providence for a little bit.
I went to Providence, yeah. I didn't stay for dinner, but I thought the process, it was a lot. I thought the most exciting part was when you were getting the offers.
Yeah.
You know, and you would have a great weekend, like when you were in Turkey and you scored the 50, and then there were more offers coming in. And
It was every day.
yeah, it was, and that was real for me. That was very exciting and very gratifying because we had talked about that happening, and I do reference like the conversation we had in the gym when he was a freshman before any of this, and kind of saw it all happening, but to see it come true, and that for me was the most exciting part. I think the recruiting portion of it was probably the most stressful.
Yeah, it was really stressful.
But Abdou's got a great family, and you know their support. They're very level, very humble, and I think that it made it very easy. You know, we had a very close circle in the recruiting process, a lot of conversations, but really open chains of communication, which, you know, you're going through this. We've had a lot of guys get recruited, but you're going through this level of recruitment for the first time, and we wanted to make sure we got everything right, and I thought we did, and I thought everybody was on the same page. So it was a good experience. It was a great learning experience to go through that once. I mean, I definitely feel ready to go through it again. Hopefully we have that problem with somebody in the future, but yeah.
What kind of responsibility did you feel, Jason, as a head coach, to make sure you got him in front of the right people and you did this the right way? Because like you said, you're going through it for the first time as well.
I felt responsibility throughout Abdou's career to make sure that I worked as hard as I could, not only for his development, but for his exposure, to make sure he's playing in the right places, to play in the right games, in front of the right people, contacting the right coaches. You know, we're really proud to say that Notre Dame is not a stepping stone to a prep school or somewhere else. We believe we're a destination. We've become a national program, been a top 100 ranked team the last 2 years. But I need to make sure that he ends up in a place that is, you know, worthy of his talent and his ability and the person he is. And so I felt responsibility, and I wouldn't call it pressure because I felt very confident, but I felt that responsibility throughout his career to make sure he ended up in the right situation.
Abdou, what is it like, John Calipari, you're going to be playing for him now. What is it like having him at the house for dinner? And what are the conversations been like since the commitment and since you've made it official?
I would say when he was in my house, it kind of didn't even feel real. Like, I was looking at him like, this guy's really just sitting in my house. Like, he's just sitting there. It was kind of a surreal moment, like just talking there. And wait, what did you say? What was the conversation after?
Yeah, afterwards, yeah.
Just regular talk, seeing how the games went and things of that nature.
What'd you guys feed him?
A lot.
Chicken, rice.
Chicken, rice.
He wore the Notre Dame championship rings. He put those on, so that was cool.
Yeah. He had a lot, and he had seconds, too.
That's all right.
Good.
Jason, what about the recruiting business? Like, how difficult is it? Because you're dealing with NIL now. You're dealing with, I mean, there's a shady part of this business as well that you want to shield Abdou from and your future players from. How do you navigate that when, you know, keeping your circle tight, you mentioned, and just learning from the process going forward?
Yeah, I think that you start with the people you trust, including the coaches who contact you. right? And it's not only people that I trust, it's the people that Abdou's dad trusts, the people that Abdou trusts. It's that circle that when you talk to a coach, if what they're saying is real or not real. There are numbers thrown out and things like that you're like, well, that's not possible within the rules. And then we would eliminate those schools, right? You don't want to be in a bad place and put him in a bad situation. And then there's also the public perception sometimes, right? Like NIL is a bad thing or this or that. And it's like, this is the nature of things now, right? And based on your ranking and where you are and how bad a coach wants you, there's a valuation. And that valuation is something that you're talking about and you're negotiating. You're talking with the coach and with Abdou and his family. So a lot of learning going through it, but I was comfortable with it. I didn't feel like it was too much because most of the schools were pretty much in line. Like you got to a point that everybody was kind of in the same ballpark for the most part. Yeah.
You talk about family, whether it's the Notre Dame Green Knight basketball family, but your family as well, Abdou. Your dad is behind you. Just move us to the side a little bit.
There he is over there.
Let's give Dad a little shout out over here.
Wave, Dad, wave.
Right here.
How much has it helped to have that family unit? Whether it's your dad, your mom, brothers, like you really do have a support system that has gone through this whole thing. And how much did you lean on them in this whole process? Also, brag about Dad as a basketball player and Mom as an athlete. I heard they were pretty good too.
Yeah, my mom played soccer, but my dad was really the basketball player, and he came to America to play basketball. I say my dad always motivates me. He always wants me to do better than I already am. Like, he wants me to just play. Every game, he's talking about something that I should have did better, how I'm shooting. It means a lot to have my family there showing support. If you come to the senior night, the whole crowd probably is going to be my family. I have so much family just always showing love, always contacting me, like just everything.
Jason,
Senior night. Let's look it up. What is that? Hold on. Is that against Hill House on the 17th?
Yeah.
All right. 7 o'clock. Get your tickets now, folks.
Yeah, Jason, you're going to need a bigger gym because it's not
I
very
already
big.
know. I mean, I was at Amadou's graduation party, a lot of family, and it was Amadou played for us too as a captain, just finished up at St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Man, the family's gigantic. But I will say, like, his family is the reason he is who he is.
Yeah.
Right? I could not have a better person, coach a better person than Abdou, and that starts with family. Mm-hmm. And trust me, I talk to other coaches with great players. It's not like that all the time.
Right.
And that's family.
Yep.
It's a perfect segue to our next segment, by the way, John.
Yes. Yeah.
Family. There's another player in the family that we got to
talk
talk
about
about,
that.
right? We got to talk about Masa coming up in the next segment, right?
Yeah,
John?
and we're going to talk a little motivation, too, because I know you're motivated by some things as well. But we got to take a break. Time is flying because we got great guests, and we'll see you back here in just a couple minutes on Slice of Sports. Back on Slice of Sports with our guests Abdou Toure and Jason Shea from Notre Dame-West Haven basketball. And Abdou, you're talking a little bit about like how your dad is always saying, "No, you could have done this better. You could have done this better in games." Everyone will look at your game and be like, "Oh, he's got it all set. He's perfect." But there's a lot of motivation that you carry. Yeah. McDonald's All-American just came out, and you didn't make it. Tell me about, is that the latest thing to stuff in your pocket and kind of fuel the fire to like show everyone you missed?
Yeah, McDonald's All-American, not making that really, it really hurt me on the inside, but, it is what it is. I just got to work harder, It was an eye-opener to me, so I just got to work harder, just get back in the gym. I'm going to see those players soon, like in college and other camps, like Nike Hoop Summit and probably Jordan Brand Classic, so I'll be going at them in those camps.
Do you think that's a slap in Connecticut basketball face? You know what I mean?
Take that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, we went on a national schedule, and you look at his numbers on that schedule. I mean, in Florida alone, he averaged 40 points a game, and he doesn't shoot the ball a million times. There are other guys on that list, I'll leave names out, take a ton of shots, shoot about 40% from 2 and 25 from 3. Abdou's taken, when he scored 50, he only missed 3 shots in the game when he was in Europe. That's very similar to what he did in Florida. He's shooting such a high percentage. He's so efficient and unselfish. He plays the game right. I mean, and I'll say this, I know I'm biased, but Abdou's a top 5 player in his class. And I've talked to NBA scouts, not one, multiple. They agree. He's a top 5 player in his class, right? And unfortunately, I think in the national scene, there's things that get involved in these decisions. Fine. Like, he's going to show them when he gets to Arkansas. He's going to show them when he goes to the next level. And the one thing he has that I don't think everybody has on that list, he has intangibles that you just can't teach.
Yep.
Right? I have never seen him point the finger in a huddle or be frustrated. I have never seen him in a game that we're losing, right, lose himself. Like, he is the consummate leader in the huddle. Most guys don't have that. They're going to find out that they missed, and they're going to find out in a major way. And I'm sorry, I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait. And I can't wait that I told you so, everybody.
But you mentioned earlier when I talked to you about, like, he reminded you of Michael Jordan, and that's not crazy because you look at the athleticism and the frame. There are a lot of similarities. And I know LeBron's your guy, Abdou, but, you know, for us old guys, Michael's the standard.
Yeah, he has so much of that in him. The same size. He's got that little the mid-range, the turnaround, ability to elevate, get his shot when he wants to. What he has that's very LeBron is his power at the rim. Right, his dunks are just completely
thunder.
Like, yeah, they're just different. The rim, the basket just moves. So he's got a nice little combo of the two of those things, and he's only getting better, and that's the scary part.
And it's not only on the court. There's a quick story I tell people all the time. When they ask me about you, I'm like, no, I don't know Abdou. I cover his basketball games. We don't hang out. I don't know you. People always say, oh, you, John, you must know Abdou. No, we don't know him. We go to his games. He's a great kid. But I'll tell you this. You guys won the state championship last year. And when people ask me about you, what do you know about him? What do you think of him? And I tell them this story. After you guys won the championship game last year, they have you come and sit down with the TV commentators, and you're signing 1 million autographs, and they're trying to whisk you away off the court. And we're all standing there who've been covering you your whole career trying to get an interview with you. And they're like, no. And they're trying to pull you away. And you stopped. You stopped and you said, no, I need to talk to him. And you came back over to me and you did. It was a minute long, which is all I needed just to talk to you. But I tell people that story, like, you get it. Like, you understand, like, you take care of the people close to you, we cover you, etc. But in that moment where you could have said, nah, who cares about these guys? And you could have booked off the court, you stopped and you turned back around and talked to us. And I tell people that story because you're a good kid and it's something to be proud of. It really is.
That's either in you or you're not, and that has a lot to do with, you know, the guy sitting behind you, with your mom and your family too. And I could echo that too. Like, every time we've asked you to do anything, you have been very gracious and understanding, and we're going to root for you all the way until whatever level. So don't forget about us when you're in the NBA dunking on people. Okay.
Before we let you go, we got to talk about the family a little bit. The other night I was at Hampden Hall against Hopkins, and we're going to roll some video of this kid who was a pretty good-looking player. You may be familiar with it. Tell me about number 15 here. Give me a little scouting report.
Number 15, that's my little brother right there.
What's his game like? Tell me. He's a freshman, right?
He's a dog. He's aggressive. He talks smack a little bit. He makes shots. I mean, I'll say he's a better shooter than I was as a freshman. He attacks the rim. He makes good passes. I really
look at that. Look at that. I've seen that before. I've seen that.
Like, he should be dunking these though. Like, once he dunked those, then he'll be.
What's your advice to him? You've been through this process. He's going to get better every year. What's your advice to Masa?
My advice to him is, like, control his emotions. Sometimes he lets his emotions take over his game. So I'll just say control his emotions. Just, like, calm down. Just play your game. Do what you do best. You don't have to, like, argue with the refs. Even though sometimes, you know, I say some things to the ref too. But just don't let the refs get to your head, and just control your emotions.
How big is he? I can't judging. Like, has he hit his growth spurt yet?
Nah. I mean, he's getting taller and taller every day. He's actually. Whatever Sekou is, my other cousin, they're probably like almost the same height. I just measured them yesterday.
Jason, I know you'd like to mix it up a little bit. Did you ever take it in on Abdou during a practice?
No. I think Abdou's seen me take one shot. I think Coach Hurley was in the gym, right?
Yeah.
Did it go in?
1-3.
Did it go in?
You know it went in. I got it on video, man. You're supposed to help me out here, right?
Sell it. Come on,
it went in. First shot, no warm-ups. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, well, listen, guys, it's been great having you in. I wish this was an hour show. You know, this half hour just flew by, and we're very thankful to both of you. You have a great program over there, Jason. You've been a great, guy to watch and follow, Abdou, and we want to thank you both for coming in and joining us on Slice of Sports.
Come back after a third title. How about that?
Yeah. That's right, and maybe we'll have some pizza by then. We could, or you could bring some wings.
We gotta have the team.
Yes,
yeah, we'll bring the whole team in. Or you bring the wings because I know you got a wing deal, right?
Rusty wings.
Okay. and we'll get some pizza and we'll have a big party.
Yep.
That sounds great.
All right, for Jason, Shea, Abdou Toure, Erik Dobratz, I'm John Pierson. Thanks for watching Slice of Sports. We'll see you back here next week.